She was killed in a car crash driving to work early one rainy Austin morning. She left behind an insanely in love husband and a beautiful, precious baby girl. A baby girl whose first birthday she never got to celebrate. She missed the sleepless night of her tiny girl teething molars, that first awful ear infection, the first real words and funny sentences. She missed potty training, the terrible twos, the oh my God terrible threes. She missed the first successful cartwheel and all the unsuccessful attempts before. She missed the first lost tooth, the first day of kindergarten, the parent-teacher conferences, the getting in a little trouble at school. She missed the learning to ride a bike, the first all-A report card in first grade. She's missed every single all-A report card since then. And not very long ago, she missed watching her blushing baby girl receive her first Valentine's present from a boy. But I didn't miss those moments. I was there for all of them. Her name was Maggie. And this past February 19th would have been her 28th birthday. She was my husband's first wife, and she was my daughter's first mom. I spent all day on Maggie's birthday trying to put aside the incredible sadness and awkward, sporadic interloper feeling, and yes, even sometimes twinges of jealousy, to make the day about celebrating her life rather than focusing on the tragedy of her death. My husband had to work very late, and so for the very first time, this February 19th was all me. I reminded my daughter that on this special day we would go get flowers, as we always do. With two little brothers in tow, we made our way to the store where the kids proceeded to bicker and drive me nuts, of course. But in the end, we left the store with smiles and flowers and a dessert we think chocolate-loving Maggie would have liked. In years past, we've struggled with whether to put a birthday candle on our little cake, but it always seemed too sad at the end when there was no one there to blow the candle out. So this time we didn't do that. I just had excited kiddos who got to eat sweets and stay up late and giggle over funny Mama Maggie stories shared by her siblings. And then we tried to look at photo albums, but it had clearly turned into the way past bedtime weird hour. It was not the sweet, sentimental moment I had imagined all day. So I'd finally had enough of the circus and decided to put the boys to bed and asked my daughter to look at pictures in her room until I could return. I kissed my sweet, insanely funny, and lovable 5-year-old goodnight. I nursed and rocked my smiley and chubby and needy baby to sleep. And then I went back to my darling, bright, and growing up so fast 8-year-old's room. And when I did, the entire depth of my grief for a young woman I never knew came flooding in. Is it possible to love and grieve for someone you never knew in life? I think it is. But you have to hold the sad stuff in around kids until it's the right moment, and it just wasn't the right moment that night. My daughter wanted to tell me about funny Carlos at school and make rainbow loom bracelets and contort her skinny, tan, muscular limbs while we were looking at photo albums. So I spent the rest of the evening taking silly pictures of my daughter, recreating silly pictures of her Mama Maggie. They look so much alike. And then finally, I tucked a super tired girl into bed. Many nights, I feel exasperated when she is shockingly, suddenly parched and begs for one more sip of water. It's yet one more of their dozens of genius bedtime stalling tactics, and my days are so long. But that night, in that moment, I felt simply gratitude. Gratitude that I am here. I am here to get the last sip of water. I am here to lose my mind and my patience at the grocery store. I am here to rock a baby back to sleep again in the middle of the night and do mountains of laundry and feel like a chauffeur and change dirty diapers and clean up mess after mess and get impatient with my wonderful husband and then clean some more. I am here. And I do know how very lucky I am, even on the hardest days. I think of Maggie, the first mommy of our little world. And I am reminded to feel grateful for all the chaos and joy and love and laundry that comes along with 3 kids and husband and lots of extended family. And I am forever thankful for all the mamas in my life and this motherhood journey we're all on together, because we are all here.